Playful dominance is the dynamic you want with a woman because that's what they love. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining what is playful dominance, how can you apply it to the dynamic you have with the women in your life so that they can increase their attraction, they can increase their desire. Because when you do this right, they love it. It's exciting, they have their desire up, their attraction's higher, everything just goes smoother in a relationship or in a long-term relationship, whatever it is between you and a woman, when she desires you more. I think that's pretty common sense. And one of the best, I'm telling you, is playful dominance. So let me kind of explain what this means. A woman wants to feel like you are in control. When you are in control, they feel safe. They feel comfortable. They don't feel safe or comfortable when the man is not in control because the dynamic is off. Women are meant to follow, men are meant to lead, naturally. And so when they know and they have trust and full confidence that they're with a guy that is competent, that is capable, that can lead them, that can make decisions, they lower their anxiety. They feel comfortable. They feel safe. They know they feel protected. And so when you give them that environment of control and safety, they want to feel a little unpredictable, a little reckless, because boring is the worst thing you could possibly get. They're emotional creatures. I've said this many times on my channel. They're emotional creatures and you have to know this. Given that, we have to play with their emotions. We have to give them some variety of emotional feeling to make them excited. Men are like this, okay? Men are like, we're very rational, we're very logical, 1 + 1. That's us. They want to do Sims and XYMBs, whatever. They want to do algebra and this weird emotional roller coaster activities. But they only are open to that and they only submit to that when you establish control, when you establish the right dynamic. So it's basically the yin and yang of life. It's the masculine and the feminine, and you give them both in one dynamic. That is the ideal situation for a woman to be in. If you have one that's more than the other, it doesn't work. For example, a completely controlling guy with no fun, no laughing, no joking around. And trust me, I know life is serious. But if you're entirely dominant, it's not going to be fun. If you're entirely playful, it's not going to be fun either, because then you're kind of, a little bit of a homosexual. So we need to have both. We need to have the dominance and we need to have the playfulness. We need to have the yin and we need to have the yang. Let me tell you a little bit of this dynamic. In order for you to establish the dominance, which I think should be first, to be fair, you need to stand on your opinions. Being strongly opinionated is very attractive in a woman's eyes. Why? Because if you are seen as somebody that has the courage to believe in things regardless of whether people agree with you or not, that is masculine. That's the masculine imperative. Courage, bravery. That comes with having opinions that are strongly opinionated because you're so comfortable being disagreed with that you're masculine. You have that courage. When somebody is a coward, when somebody lacks courage, when somebody lacks certainty in their own beliefs and who they are, they agree with everybody. They have no opinions because God forbid they offend somebody, they're scared. You see, this is the subconscious dialogue going on inside a woman's head. And they do this subconsciously. They can read a man subconsciously. If he doesn't have any opinions that he really believes in, then he doesn't have courage. If he doesn't have courage and bravery, then he's not masculine. Then he can't lead because he's not even sure of himself. Women really want a man that's sure of themselves. Well, now, even if I'm dead wrong, I'm standing by it. I never am. But even if I was, I'm standing by it because that is masculinity. And so where I would start in terms of establishing some dominance, just be strongly opinionated around what you believe in. Men, we all know what we believe in. We all do, okay? We all have opinions. Most of us are just afraid to voice them because we don't want to offend them. We don't want to cause an argument. So we're in this fear response and they know that. When you're out of fear, you're okay with being disagreed with. You don't care. Okay, leave. Whatever. This is what I believe in. These are my beliefs. That's attractive. So the first thing is to have strong opinions. It could be about anything. It could be about freaking ice cream. It could be about clouds. It doesn't matter. If you show them that you're willing to stand 10 toes around what you believe in, that will establish dominance. Because whenever you have a dialogue with a woman, serious, unserious, whatever, they're reading you, they're sizing you up. And so let's say you have a conversation about ice cream, okay? And she's like, I love mint ice cream. And you're like, no, you're wrong. Cookie dough. You are wrong, okay? Cookie dough is the elite ice cream. And let me tell you why. And you win that argument, when you win that conversation because you stood 10 toes, she bends. Now her favorite ice cream is cookie dough because they're meant to follow. They're meant to lead. Even in casual conversations, you want to be strongly opinionated. That's going to establish dominance and like, boom, right off the bat. Even if you're a bum. Even if you're a bum and you have nothing going on, if you just own your shit and just say it how it is, and you're comfortable with them not agreeing with you, that establishes dominance right off the bat. Also, simple things, right? Like obviously we go on a date, you pay. The guy pays, right? Like simple things. Getting in the door, right? Very simple things. Telling them where to go and not asking them. Simple things. Being okay, being wrong or offensive, very attractive, establishes dominance. Now, when you establish this baseline of domination, of being a man that stands by what he says, then we introduce playfulness. Let's go back to the ice cream analogy. This is a good analogy. It sounds silly, but it's a microcosm of much bigger things. She goes, I love mint. What's your flavor? And I'm like, I love cookie dough. And she's like, no. Mint's better. And I'm like, listen, okay? Listen, your ice cream taste is flawed. See, they would laugh at that. They would laugh at me just being like, look, your ice cream taste fucking sucks. They would find that funny because I'm being playfully dominant. Like, obviously, I'm not like, your ice cream tastes like, obviously, there's a bit of like relaxation with the sternness that I'm delivering the message. It's tonality, right? I'm not like uptight body language, right? Body language matters, tonality matters. I'm not like, nope, your ice cream. No, dude, I'm just like, dude, your ice cream taste sucks ass. Okay, cookie dough's far better. Mint is like gum. They would laugh, right? You have these analogies and you have these things to tie in while you're like smiling and being playful. That's how you combine the yin and the yang. That's how you combine the two. I'd be like, no. And they'll be, and she's like, it doesn't taste like gum. Like, it literally tastes like fucking Target gum. Like, you need to understand something. You need to reset your ice cream flavor fucking barometer in your head. Like, we need a hard reset. Okay, we're gonna do a taste test, right? And you go on these little analogies and you're playfully stern with them. They love it. They love it. And like, this is part of my personality, but I think teaching it is very important because it gets a great reaction from them. Because let's role play the other way. Let's say I'm too agreeable. Let's say I'm too playful. And I'm like, I love cookie dough, but I think you're right. Like, I do love mint. I can't even say that with a straight face. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, like, okay, yeah, mint's good. You'd be like, you'd be like, what the fuck? You'd be like, I just convinced him to change his ice cream flavor in one sentence? This is not a man, right? Not enough dominant. If I was too dominant and I was like stern and my body language like, no, the cookie dough, no, they'd be like, all right, this guy is a fucking robot. Like, you need a little bit of just fluidity. You have to do a little bit of fluidity. And you can incorporate touch into this as well. Works very, very well. Very, very well. Depending on okay, let me preface. If this is the first time you meet her, it's very different, right? Obviously, if this is the third time you're hanging out with her and she's way more comfortable with you, this depends. If it's the first 10 minutes of meeting her, if it's the 2-hour mark of the first date, things are going really well. The touch rules adapt, right? The more comfortable she is, the more you can apply touch. I would think that would go without saying, but I want to preface it. So let's say you're on hour 1 of the date. Things are going really well. Super comfortable with you. Ice cream debate comes up. You could put this works so well. I'm telling you, I should be charging for this shit. Community coming soon. This works so fucking well, dude. If you can playfully be, this is gonna sound weird, but playfully be like her boss. She loves it. So like, we're 1 hour in talking about ice cream, and I put my hand on her shoulder. I'm like, you need to listen to me. I'm telling you, this shit works so well. It's hilarious, but it works so well. You put your hand on her shoulder, you're like, look, you're wrong, okay? Like, you pat her on the head, you're like, look, you had a cute opinion, but I'm telling you, mint's not the goat. Like, you like, hand on shoulder, just sunning her. Be like, look, mint is not it, okay? Like, we need a different opinion on this. Like, trust me. 1, she's gonna bend. She's gonna love cookie dough. 2, she's gonna fucking love it. Like, that level of assertion and it's playful dominance. Like, my hand's on her shoulder, but I'm not like fucking lecturing her. It's playful. It's like that's the yin and yang. That's the dynamic. It's hot and cold at the same time. It's like patting her on the head like, oh, you silly goose, like mint sucks, you know. like that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. And you do that as she warms up. Obviously, if it's within the first 10 minutes, just keep it verbal and throw in some smiles, throw in some laughs. If you say something dominant or stern, but you're like laughing and smiling, you hit the jackpot. You can't do it. The body language and the tonality has to match playful while the words are more dominant. And I think that is the best piece that I could give you on this, is like relaxed body language. There it is. Relaxed body language, playful tonality, stern wording. That's the go combination. I am telling you. And if you're like, I don't know what the hell that means, I don't know how to do any of that, practice it in the mirror. Don't practice it on your homies, because that's homosexuality. But practice it in the mirror. Practice it. Who cares, bro? Like, who cares? Practice it in the mirror. Get better at this stuff. Get more comfortable being playfully dominant. Because I'm telling you, man, this stuff works so well. Because at the end of the day, I think we all want a woman that's submissive and takes our lead. And that has to be warmed up, right? Like, you have to warm that up. You have to get them comfortable. They have to see that you're more capable than they are. And then they follow. And then they're comfortable, right? Like, I don't want to make this video too long. But one more example. I was in Vegas and I met up with this girl that was very, very upfront. And I normally wouldn't even meet up with girls like this, but she was young and she was from Europe. And I'm like, you know what? This is a good exercise to like not seduce, but like to soften the curve on us. And so we're having a debate, kind of like damn near argument. Because you know me, I'm gonna buckle the fuck down. Like, if you take it here, I am going here, and you're gonna have to just relax. We're having this debate, and I prove through conversation, through just words, we were across the room, so it wasn't even close. Through conversation, having a very, like, not masculine girl, but like a very confrontational girl, very confrontational. And I won the argument, obviously. I won the debate. I talked to her in circles, and I just proved that, look, like, you're just, like, this is just how it is. Like, these are my opinions. This is how it is. Within, like, 20 minutes, I was telling her what to do. And I'm not saying that to flex. I'm saying that to explain to you guys that this is the dynamic that you can get, and you can get a woman submissive much, much faster when you win arguments, when you win conversations, when you make them bend, when you stand 10 toes, and then they're like, you know what? I have enough faith, this is subconsciously for them. I have enough faith and belief that he is competent, that he is confident, that he can tell me what to do. That's basically what it is. It's like, do I trust this guy enough for him to tell me what to do? Do I trust his lead? Do I trust his competency? Do I trust everything? And you do that by winning conversations. By the end of the night, I'm like, go there, sit down, boom. And she even vocally, we had this conversation. She was pretty intelligent. We had this conversation, and she was like, well, men want a submissive women, but like, you have to bring submissive out of women. Like, this was very early on in the night. And the one conversation after another, being more articulate and just owning and just standing by my shit, right? Being a little playful, being a little dominant. By the end of the night, that was her. I got it out of her in an hour. She was now the submissive girl that I am attracted to. She's doing what I tell her to do. She's liking it. She's comfortable. She's calm. That comes from being playfully dominant. I'm telling you, this shit works so well. This is gonna be, I'm launching a community soon, a very, very budget-friendly, affordable community to teach all these things. Trust me, bro, this is gonna be in it, because this shit wins. If you want to get the best version of a girl out, be playfully dominant.